Today's number 6. That's how many hours I have between when this is set to launch and when my stores go live. Now, 12:01, we're hoping to get everything out the door ready to go. I have had to make one compromise with myself, and we'll talk about that in today's episode. But ultimately, as always, before I get to that, my name is Ryan, and I started a TCG business with over $1 million in debt. I'm here to turn cardboard into cash and move from dire straits into distro. Every day I go over the ups and downs of running a TCG business and what I accomplished from the previous day. Let's talk about yesterday a little bit, and then we'll talk about today. Yesterday, we had a really good conversation with a potential store that we were going to hopefully be able to partner with and be able to pick up bulk from them. They had an ask, which was, understandable. They've been working with a bulk buyer, and that bulk buyer sort of takes all games. I only take Pokemon. While they liked my rate card better, ultimately, I understand their position. They have a long-standing relationship, and they want to be able to push out everything that they take, not just one thing that they take because of a good rate. So I have to find my way through that a little bit, namely OP and Magic the Gathering, Lorcana, and Riftbound. Those are the games of interest. So that's going to be something I have to play with over the coming days, but it's something that I'm looking to do because I know so many people in this area, so many people on my server are looking for people who will take OP, who will take Lorcana, who will take all these other games. And while it's not been my focus, it is something that I'm going to have to obviously consider if I'm going to want to get into the game of working B2B with these other stores who are largely going to be taking not just Pokebulk. So that was an interesting conversation. We made a few bricks. I met with my sifter. We had a good conversation. It was an overall good day. I will say one of the highlights of my day was getting to talk with my pal Loomis and what he's been accomplishing, getting to talk with my partner in crime, Eck, as you know her from server. And one of the things that I find interesting is I spend a lot of time between the Discord, the chats, the DMs, the whether it be messages on your phone, whatever. I spend a lot of time talking to people, but I keep emphasizing that I build these relationships out. Now, my buddy was giving me a little shit. He was like, don't you ever think about how much time you're spending either on Claude or talking to these people? I was like, yeah, I am. But he was like, yeah, but you could be using this for other things. And this is where I disagree with him. Love him, but I disagree with him. I learned so much in those exchanges. I learned the other day from Phantom in a conversation we were having that there's a way to maybe folderize where you can get your scans in so that every 50 scans, the paper stream automatically makes a new folder, which then automatically increments the cards within that folder. Well, that changes how I'm going to do my scans. I wouldn't have known that necessarily without having that conversation. Also, because of the video I launched yesterday, I had some conversations with Micah. I got to tell you, I'm going to be very proud of myself a little bit, or pat myself on the back. Ultimately, it's his decision, and I'm happy with the decision he made. But we did a live demonstration 2 nights ago. We did a video yesterday of a side-by-side comparison between card upload and SwordSwift, and by the end of that day, which is kudos to Micah here on SwordSwift, there were a bunch of recommendations that I made in yesterday's video that got uploaded to SwordSwift. Now, coincidence? Maybe, but at the very least, I'm going to say I'm happy with the changes. It definitely, I think, will help those who are going to be using SwordSwift. The other thing that I would say that I tried to focus on was, again, getting more of my space prepared, because today I was able to load almost 15,000 cards to TCG Player in preparation for tonight's launch. Well, 12:01's launch, right? The other thing is, the rest of this evening, I'm going to be going through my sealed inventory and uploading to my upcoming ABA TCG.com. I hope you will check it out. We will ultimately be having a kind of a public list. Anybody can buy it. Cash is good, whatever. But then a reserve list, which is where I'm going to be building the credits so that people can buy things, but also so that the store isn't just wiped out by one whale. People who obviously are bringing me bulk are going to want something in trade, or often are wanting something in trade. And this is their opportunity to get it where it doesn't just decrement from my inventory right away. Now, if something doesn't sell on the reserve list for any particular reason, I'll move it to the public list, right? But I did want to kind of create this split where people can kind of see the opportunity of their bulk be kind of continuing to work for them, which is just something that I want to continue to do. I am, looking forward to 4th of July. And while I have a lot of plans for that, I'm going to be announcing a program that I'm going to be running tomorrow for July. And that July program is, I'm hoping, is a good promotional program for people. I'm hoping it's an incentive to bring me bulk, kind of an opportunity for people to enjoy themselves. But it should be an interesting program. And with the launch tomorrow, I'm actually not going to be here. I'll talk about that in tomorrow's video a little bit, but I'm not going to be here. But we don't ship until Monday anyway. So this is my kind of a note to everybody. While I hope you spend some time, whether it be on my TCG player to get some playables, or on the eBay where I'm going to list about 1,000 cards at least tonight, or on the store at avatcg.com because you want to buy sealed and support me. If any of these things are interesting to you, I hope you spend some time over the weekend to enjoy these new sites that we've made. But ultimately, I want you to touch grass, watch the fireworks, be with your family, be with your loved ones, have a good time. That's what I certainly planned and hope to do. The rest of this week, after we go to launch, obviously and hopefully we'll have some orders that we'll be packing in the coming days, and looking forward to making good on all those customer promises and things that we hope to make as a part of our value stream. But at the end of the day, past that, I'm going to have to come back to that kind of store conversation. How do I integrate myself more? How do I make myself more valuable to these stores who do want to potentially do work with me, who do want to kind of work with somebody who has not just a better rate, but is willing to kind of shake a hand and look them in the eye and understands what their lives are like. A lot of these people, the gentleman yesterday, the conversation was cut short. It was maybe 5 minutes because he is a father like me and had to go pick up a sick child. Totally understand. No problem at all. I was actually kind of pleased to see that, like, he was prioritizing that. Here he was, he had a conversation, we had a plan, and he was like, I'm so sorry, but, and you know what? Couldn't even bother me in the least, because at the end of the day, I get it. I've been there, done that. And I know at some point I'm going to be in the, in that position where he and I are working together and I say, hey, I can't pick up today, but I can come tomorrow. My kid's sick. And he's like, no problem. Right. That tells me a little bit about who he is as a person. And frankly, it was a really nice exchange just in that short time period. I learned a lot from another person today. One of the things I'm going to be, what I've talked to you all about in the past is kind of somebody who is kind of distro adjacent, and we're looking to build something that I think is going to be pretty cool. I'm excited about that opportunity. We're nowhere near it. Obviously, I got to launch avatcg.com right now, obviously, but what we are talking about building, I think, has amazing opportunities for people, especially in the collection space. Anyway, I will tell you, I am very much hyped about tonight's launch, 1201's launch, right? And while I'm at the mercy of my dev, and if he needs more time, we will give him more time, but he knows my plan to launch. But TCG Player and eBay will launch. The condition that I had to give myself was I wanted to list 200,000 cards, and that just did not happen in the time period I had. Too many other things, too many life events. My wife is working a ton of hours, and that's just reality. Again, you have to work within your reality. You have to do what you can. Grow with what you know, as Roar likes to say, but you have to work within the reality of time limitations. And I've spread out pretty well now. I have 2 sifters. I have a bulk partner. I have a dev that's helped me with the website. I have a dev and a partner in crime on the server mod side of things. I have a person I'm working with as a marketing potential, right? Like all of these things, these are people in my kind of orbit that I didn't have before. And, because of that, like, I know that I'm not a one-man shop in that way, but I'm not operating totally solo, but it still resides, the decisions, the power, the requirements, the responsibility resides within me. And I have to take that for serious, right? So, I will tell you, every day is a joy. Not every day is accomplishing the exact thing you wanted. And over the course of the last 2 weeks, I had every intention of getting all 200,000 cards, 250,000 cards lined up. Now my goal is get the most playable. It's not the most playable. The most important, the top end cards, the 1,000 cards that most people are going to want. Right. That's my goal tonight, is to try and get through 1,000 cards tonight, along with all the inventory that we did for the site that we'll be working on, and all of the playables that we've already listed. But that means, guys, within kind of a 12-hour time frame, we'll have listed 15,000 almost cards on TCG Player, 1,000 cards on eBay, and a lot of inventory. Let's call it 500 different opportunities for sealed potentially. It's in the ballpark. It's a good day's work and a good weekend ahead. I'm looking forward mostly, as I said, to launching avatcg.com because it's mine, right? It's the thing that I've been working towards for over a year now. But in the meantime, I hope that you'll support us. I hope that you'll join us. I hope that you'll watch this and share this video. I hope that you've gained something over the last couple of weeks from how do you want to expand your TCG business? How are you going to want to expand any of your businesses? It doesn't matter what it is. Now, obviously, we talk about TCG business because it's the space we're in. But if Pokemon is not your thing, but I don't know, Nido's is, I maybe not even be saying that right, to be honest with you. then let me help you. Let me talk to you about how you can deal with inventory management, or how I deal with consignment, or how talk to people and work with partnerships and think about the pricing strategies. I'm happy to, if there's anything that you're looking for in the comments below, just drop a note and I'm happy to help. In the meantime, I hope as always that you'll be good or be good at it. Have a wonderful 4th of July. Check us out tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.